Yes, sir. In the house, Shine Runners Racing Radio, back up in this piece tonight, man. I tell you what, we're in a whole new setting here
Yep.
as we're doing it real from an old abandoned concession stand at East Mountain Speedway. Sasquatch, man, I tell you what, AJ Belanger Designs has come in this thing. I really starting to think he's got his man caveness down, brother.
He's either, he's gonna get this thing hooked up. He's got a hell of a production here. Like I said earlier, man, he adds a new gadget, new function, and all that. We're gonna have a damn engineering degree to start this thing up one time.
Bad.
Not bad for a concession stand.
No, not at all. A lot of them old bloomer dogs flew out of this place. You ever have a chance to get down to East Mountain?
No, it was gone before I was even thought of. I think I wasn't even a twinkle yet.
Right.
Whenever that place was open, but you can still kind of see it down there.
There's a lot of good run-ins in that place. Man, we are here. You know what? I tell you what's glad to have you back in the house, coming all the way from the dome on the dome lag, so to say.
Yeah, man, it's been brutal a couple of days here trying to catch back up on sleep and get your energy back, man. I tell you what, that was a good time up there. A couple getting on an airplane, 2 airplanes there, 2 airplanes back, hustling. Anybody that's ever flown in major airports knows the hustle and just trying to get everything figured out. And me and Dad, my brother went up there and we had a good time. That was Ryan's first time going up there. Me and Dad went back in 2017 to the original one, and Ryan wanted to get back this year. He couldn't go with us back then. I can't remember why. We were trying to figure out the other day why he couldn't go with us. We couldn't ever come up with it, but he had a good time. He enjoyed it, and looking forward to the next 3 years. We'll be back every year, man. That's one we enjoy.
I want to tell you, it's kind of weird. I got this big ass 1980s all natural staring me in the face here. I don't know if you can see this thing. I don't know what AJ's got going on. I kind of just want to part it just a little bit.
You got like something going on over there, huh?
Bad. Man, we just chatting about tonight, got a little bit to cover, but it's that whole dome deal. So like you're saying, shoot, man, even if you ain't racing, you're racing when you get there.
Yeah, dude. We got there 12 o'clock or 12:30, 1 o'clock, whatever. Got there just in time to get an Uber and go there and grab some lunch. We wanted Sugar Fire, which is a barbecue place up there, and they got different cities you can try. You can try the St. Louis barbecue, the Carolina barbecue, which ain't Carolina barbecue, but you go there's a good place to eat. So we grabbed a sandwich or whatever, and then racing started at 3 o'clock. Well, and it's on from there. They race from 3 o'clock to right at 11. So it kind of keeps everything moving and going and fighting the crowd in and out there. Luckily, we stayed across the street. Right. Ryan was able to find us a good motel this year, so we didn't have to get no Uber back and forth. And we did enjoy riding the scooters around. And that was pretty cool. If anybody ever goes to like major cities, Charlotte, St. Louis, or something like that, they got scooters laying around everywhere. You just scan your card and you can ride wherever you want to, man.
Shine.
It's the way to go. Way to travel. It was convenient having your room right across the street.
Right.
Walk out the door of the hotel and into the dome, Yeah.
So if anybody wants to go or anybody wanting information to go, Swanee is a straight up full on doman.
Oh yeah.
Dominac.
We've got ins and outs of that joint.
Huh.
I shot from the 400 section up there, which is the very top, and I needed a can of corn by the time I got done with all them flights of steps. Man, they had cut the escalators off at the second level with the suite level.
Yeah.
So it was me hustling up there with my camera bag and all that to the top to shoot some shots up there and get a different angle. And I think they turned out all right. I hadn't really looked at most of them. I posted a few the other night on my Facebook page and stuff like that. And I just enjoyed going to the big shows, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's Gen 3 Performance Imaging on there.
That's
if anybody is wanting to get any marketing or check out some awesome photos, definitely check out Gen 3 Performance Imaging. Man, all kinds of stuff to talk about the dome. I know you're a big late model guy, but how about that midget race, bro? I'm talking about the boy come out of nowhere to first. I think he started fifth.
He started
in that
started
main.
Fourth or fifth, something like that, and got to the lead and led he led majority of the race, whatever, and got caught up in a mess there, and got sent to the back, and he just powered back to the front. Man, that place went wild. Man, it was a good show. He had some help on the way there. He passed a few cars, get a caution, and then he finally made that charge to pass Chris Wyndham for the win, which ain't no slouch in the NOS Energy Drink car.
Jonathan Beeson, the name of that winner of that midget run. Now, you go all over the place. Like you said, I think you're almost at 75 races for this year, right?
Yeah, I think we capped it at 75 this year.
Where would you place the dome and all that?
Shoot. This year probably it'd be like 1 or 2.
Nice.
Last year whenever me and Ryan hit the road pretty hard going to PA and stuff like that, it probably would have been an inch just outside the top 5. But it's one of my favorite places to go. Cody and Jacob do a great job up there, and it's just a smooth show. And like I said, it's end of the year. Everybody ain't got no good equipment up there. They take the junk out of the box and beat up bodies and go up there and have a good time. And that's the main thing about it.
I seen that photo how happy Bobby Pierce was at his right side, just looked mangled.
Yeah, the Scooby Doo was not happy.
Hell, Tyler Carpenter's whole right side of his car was about to fall off there. I think he was on about on a flat.
No, it was flat. It was right there. The last little bit, it was flat.
Yeah.
He was sitting there, and you could see him rocking the car back and forth, or whatever. And he just powered through it, man. He's used to running on stuff like that. He runs up there in West Virginia, and they're real tight bull rings. Yeah. He's used to that stuff. So that's his playground, and he was good the year we were there, and he was good the year he won prior. Yeah. And he was real good this year. So it was pretty cool to see him get that truck ride. I think he's gonna. It might be a marketing nightmare for a little bit for Nice, but I think he'll do good, and I think everybody kind of be behind him, buy his shirts and stuff like that, back him up. He'll make some money out of it.
Well, I went on there, and I seen where all of his swag was sold out. He was like, "Sorry, we're all sold out." As far as his clothes and stuff like that, and that really pops for I don't know. Tyler hasn't really followed Tyler's racing program. I mean, other than hearing that he won the Dome the last time, you know what I'm saying. And but for a person of Tyler's driver statue, this is big.
Yeah, it really is. That whole event up there is for guys, and a lot of the guys you don't hear about a lot, Midwest guys. That race up there, and if you don't follow it a lot, you wouldn't know who it is. When somebody told me today, well, man, I don't know 60% of the field. I said, well, that's what makes it good. You learn, you find somebody new, and it's what they call the great equalizers. They keep pushing that. It is because it's fast. It's a whole lot faster when you're there than it is on TV. But it puts it back in the driver. Your horsepower and your arrows out, and Tyler's one that capitalized on that, and Kenny Collins from Georgia, he run good. He won his B main. He had a tough B main. He had Rushy Slink and Bobby Pierce in there, and he went in there and did his thing. And he had a real classy interview with his daughter watching it on TV. He was after all that mess that happened the first night. He backed it up and showed it. There's some respectable guys in there, and it was pretty cool to see him come from the South and go up there and do a good show. He didn't make it Saturday, but he'll be back, I'm sure. It's just glad he didn't go all that way and had trouble, and like some guys did.
Yeah, we had Rusty on the show. I think it was like episode 2, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh yeah,
I was going through some past. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Shine Runners or you've been a fan of Shine Runners for a while. Comment down in our comments tonight where you guys are from. We'd love to see where you guys are from.
Yeah, looks like we got one from Washington, Rhonda Heinzman.
Yeah,
that's pretty good there.
I tell you, Rhonda used to watch all the time. But I was going back in some of the old episodes of Shine Runners. Man, we talked to some really awesome drivers. I found one. We talked with Chris Ferguson one night.
Yeah.
I mean, just a whole bunch of people that we've talked to, and with the capability of talking to them on the phone. We've got a serious ass rotary dial here at Shine Runners at Studio 24, powered by AJ Belanger Motorsports. As a matter of fact, we're running on AJ Belanger Motorsports tonight. Make sure you like, subscribe, because coming up after this show, and I want to throw this in there. We're going to go back to the Dome and talk a little bit more about Tyler and Tyler Carpenter, Tyler Peterson. But before we get there, make sure you like and subscribe tonight. If you are watching on the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell. That way you can get the information and the notices, because coming up after this, when we get to the fouled out, that's going to be one to watch. You know what I'm saying? There's no telling what's going to be said tonight. I'm talking about blowing money fast. It's going to be in the house. The Hollywood Bellinger himself is going to be chatting it about. So that's going to be definitely something you want to watch tonight, and that's going to be casting live on the YouTube page, the AJ Belanger Motorsports.
Good thing we can't hand out some penalties, because that's probably going to be exactly that foul.
I got a little beat thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find the dump button, because Bell's pretty animated, and Chad he's pretty funny to be around.
Oh man, I love those guys. Yeah. This is kind of off the beaten path, but who gives a shit? We really got no format here on. No. This is Shine Runners 2.6. Like, there's no format, none of that. So we might grow off the cuff. But we ended up, speaking of Chad and Bell, we ended up out at Beefeaters Saturday night after the little awards thing, Beef Masters.
Oh yeah.
And we come back and Chad come busting in to Scrub Oaks, dude. 80s Unleashed was playing. He come in there I'm telling you, Chad, if you see Chad walk in, there's a party to follow. I can promise you, dude. It's gonna get wild.
It's funny. You'll be kind of hanging out after the pits or whatever, and you don't really see him anywhere. And next thing you know, he'll come around and he'll grab you around the neck. He said, "Bo, I gave it all I had." I said, "I know you did, Chad. You did good, son."
Now, this past year, I don't know if you guys who watched the show or whatever, but definitely go on Chad and on Bell's page and try to find that TikTok they made of the awesomest pass ever for the lead coming out of 4. My God, did he not drop that hammer?
Yeah, he did. That was pretty wild there.
Now, when we get back talking about Tyler, did you hear anything about some hey dudes while you were there? Because I believe out of the whole video and everything that I got, all I caught was hey dudes.
Man, it was I'm a hey dude fanatic. I got like 20 pair of them. That's pretty much about all I wear.
Yeah.
And but you know, he made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
You know, he come out driver intros and he had them on. So it was pretty cool, and maybe they'll hook him up.
Now, talking about the whole hey dude situation, and they just come out of nowhere with a fine. I think he got fined $1,000 for wearing the hey dudes instead of racing shoes.
Yeah.
You know, your aspect on that, would they have even fined that man had he not won that race?
They probably would have never known about it. And it probably I go back to some of the places he races or whatever. I really don't think safety is a big deal up there.
Yeah.
So he probably he probably knew better, but at the same time, he was like, you know what, I'm used to running in them or not having, safety stuff or whatever on. So, they probably wouldn't have messed with it.
You know, I see, which is crazy, but I see a lot of guys like even running around here don't have gloves on. And I've seen some pretty bad, nasty wrecks before. And I think, not going cheap on safety equipment is definitely a big thing. But it's finding the man for not having them on after he jumped out of the car, and his sign on the back of the car, Keyboard Warriors. I think that's what really capitalized the punishment, so to speak. Everybody, I mean, people's got biceps on their hands, jogging around on the poor boys.
I don't think nobody would really paid much attention if somebody didn't make a big deal out of it. Once again, social media beat him. It's a good thing. It's a good tool to have, and but it's, at the same time, it can ruin some stuff. And it was a kind of a serious deal, but it really won't. But they did park a guy. I want to say it was Saturday night, or no, it was Friday. Okay, yeah, twice. Friday night they did somebody, and Saturday night did somebody for gloves. I think with the first one, and he was like, you know what, you didn't ask us Friday night, and all that, so they threw him out Saturday. So
yeah, I think too. I mean, we've gotten, even when we ran Dirt Cup Challenge, the guy would always, if you're gonna come in, son, come in and put them on. Come on. Slide up. But the Dirt Cup Challenge guy would before he would let any of our drivers out, they would have to have their gloves on.
Yeah. That just makes sense there. Oh Lord, Ryan Tools called me. Anyway, he can wait.
He was actually, I saw where he headed up there, not to race, but was headed up that way.
Yeah, he had to take his power plants up to Mullins Racing up there to get it checked out. I think they had some trouble down there in Volusia, whatever him and Doug did. So hopefully they get it fixed up. And I think he's going to try to run some Speed Week stuff. Get down there to Florida. And
you got to come up to the table, son. I mean, is this your first time?
Mm-hmm. So I think he's going to try to get down there and run some Speed Week stuff. And anyway. He called me again. But I think him and Doug's teamed up again next year, and I think they'll let Caleb run the Legend car some.
Oh, that'll be neat.
Yeah.
Well, he ran a couple times this year.
Yeah, he did. Right towards the middle of the end of the year, he did. He got some starts, and he ran real good. And I know Kayla, his fiance, her daughter has been in the hospital, so hopefully she's doing better and can get home and get feeling better, and we can go get some sushi one night. She likes sushi. That was her thing. I always told her, I said, all right, next time you're going to Fayetteville, we're going to skip this race and we'll go get some sushi. It's always kind of pumped her up or whatever. So I hope she gets to feeling better and all that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people have been getting sick around here lately.
Yeah.
It's that time of the season, so to speak.
man.
You know, and another thing, I saw a lot. Speaking of Ryan, he's a modified driver. I didn't really see a whole lot about the modified action going on down there. I did see, you know, Tyler Peterson picked up the $10,000 to win, and that was a pretty bad rap he had on there with the St. Louis Arch on that car. But I didn't really see a whole lot of social media blasting as far as the modified race. It was more, you know, the late model and sprint car.
The late models are more of the show up there. You know, they had the better driver intros, and everybody's kind of there. It's like that everywhere, though. I mean, it up there. They like mods more than they do here. There's nothing against them. I prefer late model. I'm late model guy, 100%. But they won't really. You didn't really see them guys talking about it as much as the late model guys did, as far as, and that all goes back to, you know, algorithms and the internet. Like, you know, there was some people debating on, you know, why the Dome got all this coverage and got talked about and everything, and, you know, the Snowball Derby was going on all weekend too, and it hardly got any coverage other than that truck that hit the wall with the roof.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm sitting there thinking, you know, that's right. I didn't really see much about it, but then I was like, you know, I mean, it.
And the Snowball Derby, that's pretty much a prestigious race. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's one of the prestigious races.
Did Chase Elliott race this year? I know he raced
no,
last
he
year.
run some rally car stuff. Eric Jones did, and Ryan Priest. They were the two Cup guys in there. Bubba Pollard. I think that was really about it. Oh, what's his name? I'll think of it in a minute. Old school. Rich Bickle. Rich Bickle run it too. He's like made 100 starts or something like that. I can't remember what it was. It was a big deal. It might have been his last start or something. I can't remember, but you know, it didn't really get that much coverage, probably because none of us was talking about it or searching it or whatever. I kind of kept up with it just to kind of see what was going on down there, because it is a prestigious race or whatever. It's kind of right in line with some of the other shows that they got.
Some pretty, you know, still we are what they call silly season around here, whatever, but we still got some big races to come up. Tulsa Shootout.
Yep.
Tulsa, Oklahoma coming up. And it's cool that we're around Jason Brown down in this area, and Kyle Spence usually drives for Jason Brown. I don't think he's going to be driving the car this year, but I know the past couple of years he's won that Oiler down there. And the whole Trogdon crew, they go down. Matt Jones, we had him in studio last time we were here. He's actually going down to the run down there. So that's another big race that's coming up, and that's all for the midgets anyway.
Yeah, midgets in the 600 wingless sprint cars. I think they run some wing stuff up there, and it's all, you know, it's all televised and stuff now. So it's pretty cool to sit there and watch what they call the alphabet soup, where the guy will go from the L main to the C, or however far he makes it.
Over 1,000 something entries there.
They kept talking about the other night how many entries they had for it. A couple of them guys are going. They were using it kind of as a little test up there.
Mm-hmm.
They just kept talking about how many entries and whatever, which kind of goes back to, you know, the car count wasn't that good for them up there. There was 20 cars for 10,000 to win. I don't really know what it paid through the field, but some of the guys I talked to said some of the kickback he got was, well, we're trying to get ready for the Chili Bowl, which is in January. You know, it's like, man, you got a month to get ready. You know, why wouldn't you come run this? You got to get your car set up. It's the same rules, I believe. You know, them Chili Bowl cars are way different than what they do any other time. So, yeah, it was kind of, and I know they're not going to run them next year. As of right now, the midgets aren't going to run next year. It's just be late models and modifieds unless they decide to add something else. Yeah. So they just kind of stumped their own toe on that deal. They had a good deal running. It was kind of like a tune-up, and they shit the bed. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. It's just like anything else. You don't show up and you don't participate in it, it's going to go away.
Yeah.
And
I say that about local racing too.
Yeah.
Participation in local racing. You'll see a guy, he'll load up and he'll drive 400 miles away to go race at a track, but won't drive 20 minutes and come support.
Right.
Where do you see? Okay, so there's so many. What I'm trying to think of the word. There's so many different big races now. Where do you see Saturday night racing going?
Saturday night racing has grown money-wise. Well, I say money-wise, but everything has to be a special now.
Yeah.
You don't go like we used to, and it'd be, all right, you know, we're running weekly racing is what used to be advertised or whatever. And that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Now, something's got to be on special.
Yeah.
Like we're going to eat at the damn buffet or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, the street stocks is having a special, or the legend cars is having a special, stuff like that. And it's not it. Now supers used to be the special, and they're not doing that no more. So I don't see it being local weekly anymore. It's going to go down to special events.
Yeah. And they said I'd posted something on the Shine Runners page the other day, as far
How you
as
doing, Ron?
tell me what you think's wrong with racetracks. And that whole situation was brought up, as far as local Saturday night racing is just, it doesn't seem like it's anymore. But you have and there's so many aspects as far as, money, nothing is affordable. We got to have an affordable class. Well, even I can tell you from experience, the North Carolina Nightmares in here tonight, and that is probably the most affordable class you can ever run. But even that class has grown so competitive here over the past couple of years that money still, you got to have, if you want to run up front, your car's got to be set up. You got to have good bearings because it's got to be free. Right. You don't necessarily have to have your motor blueprinted, but most of your front runners have it blueprinted or have it right. It is a box stock motor, but buying a Predator engine, you can go in so many different directions with that as far as trying to get the motor built like it's supposed to. Because who knows, the same dude that made a mask last week has probably built that motor 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So is there any entry level anymore? Is that even a thing? Please, for you out there in Shine Runners land too, is there a such thing as an entry level division anymore?
A lot of stuff now has got everything don't have to have a series. Everything's got a series now. You can go travel, run up down the road, and like right now we got 2 Super Street Series that's coming up. They're coming up and they're going to run against each other. Well, and it's kind of a hot topic. Might get some backlash for it. Yeah. But you got some guys, and both series are run by good guys. JD's in one and Brad Page. I've done work for both of them. Respect what they're doing. They got more courage to run a series than I do. Okay. Yeah. But you got these guys that's saying, we're going to sit at home whenever they're running, and we're only going to run this series. Well, you're being the problem. Yeah. You're not the solution. Go run that series. When this series, if they don't cross, that's even better. Yeah. That means unload your shit.
What if they work together? Well, then you've got 2 races.
Well, they got some rule differences.
Oh, okay.
So one not for the cars around here, but one series allows cars from outside, some 3-link stuff. Mm-hmm. Both have their respected reasons for being, and competition is good. Okay. Good for everybody. And until you get to the local level and the series level, kind of like this is, go support them both series, regardless. If you don't agree with this guy, this promoter, hey, just go race. Yeah. Because your fans is going to be there regardless. Right. You might sell the shirt or might do this or do that, might catch a new fan or something like that. Just go run. You might win it, and I don't completely understand it. And if you don't want to run a series, just stay at home. Right. Don't be a problem. Don't sit there and say, I'm not going to run this because of this. Yeah. Because there's no valid point to say that I'm not going to run this series because it's in your rules. Your car fits both series. Mm-hmm.
I really feel like this damn thing's fixing to bite me, bro. This microphone deal. I wish you were over here to feel the fuzz that I'm feeling. Right. It keeps tickling my lip like this. Anyway.
Well, AJ said he's going to race with that thing next time he's in car video and live on there. He's going to have it. It'll be flapping on his steering wheel or something. We'll have to strap one of them body cams like the Speedway car cams guy had, Kenny Collins. Yeah. He had it up to here. So that was pretty cool.
Kind of looks like a picture from Rick's Lounge.
But hey, I can't hear you breathing though. So, get the Frank one.
Uncle Frank. Yeah. That's a story in itself.
So you kind of hit a good point on me. I've been thinking about that a little bit, about that 2 series. I've seen a couple posts about it, man, and it just it doesn't sit well. Yeah. And it ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm a fan. Like I said, I'm a fan of both.
Regardless.
And
that's all we can be half the time.
I just want to see both get participated in. Yeah. Because they're good for what your class is. The class I'm talking about was dead 2 years ago or a year ago. It was dying. Mm-hmm. And now you show up to a race and they got 16 to 20 cars because they run a series and they don't run every week. Yeah. It's the working man's class. Let's let it be the working man class and don't race every week.
Yeah.
The class grows.
Yeah.
You run 30 some odd races a year, 30 some odd weeks a year.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get burned out. Your stuff's going to get burned out. You're going to blow a motor. You're going to be broke. You can't go to vacation with a family.
Yeah.
You know,
nothing against tracks, but it gets expensive to get in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just getting in the pits is, I mean, us when the Nightmare runs, you know, Rockfish, we go, it's pretty cheap there, but when we go to any other track, it's going to cost us $200 just to get in the gate.
Exactly.
And then, of course, you know, our class is racing for free, which is a great thing, you know, and then we win like $80 if we do win. But, you know, the whole thing of trying to get in, man, it gets kind of.
You see that comment, right?
Ask Swanee about the aircraft carrier.
Okay. So the other day, it was Thanksgiving. I posted on there about how I'd ate too much turkey and I got this idea. And a couple guys got on there. It was pretty good. And it was about the aircraft carrier.
Racing
all right. You know, look, we've had Dome. We've raced on the Dome. We've raced on the beach. We've raced, we've raced at normal racetracks. We've raced at road courses.
Mm-hmm.
We've put, you know, anyway, I said, what about have a Armed Forces Day, or July 4th, Memorial Day, or whatever you want to do? Let's have a race on an aircraft carrier. Build it, temporary track, kind of like they did the Dome, put some walls around it. You got to have a bunch of fans on there.
Yeah.
You have everybody pit down below and they lift them up like they do the jets. Yeah. Have your little race, put it on TV, make money, go
like
home.
a little Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks damn
it ain't even
concert. You come out of the thing.
I'm talking about hell of a driver intro. I mean, that car coming out of there, hell of a flyover.
Yeah.
You got the flyover, you got scenery. It ain't got to be nothing real major. TV dollars, the way streaming companies are now, you can find somebody to stream it. It's a money maker. I
guarantee you with all this stuff AJ's got, we could probably just go stream it ourselves. We could do it like on John Boat or something.
We could probably race these cars right here and get some money off of it. Right. You know, we have all these angles.
I think we ought to do? We ought to cook a hog because it's end of the year. And I've been trying to do something to celebrate, you know, Wyatt's win. So we could cook a hog and we can have like $500 to win Matchbox car race. We could like build a track and you could bring the Matchbox car. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like the Hot Wheels track?
Yeah.
Yeah, like build a little Hot Wheels drag strip track and like launch them. And whoever wins like that car, you got to pick that car and like
against.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's 46 people on here and nobody has chimed in about the aircraft carrier. Nobody. Is that not a cool idea? What is your race suggestions? I mean, what can we put on or whatever to make it something new? I mean, because that was pretty smart there.
Talking back, you know, and at 7:30 we got to call our winner. I got to give you the phone number. Our winner, Mason Stapleton. I told him we was going to call him at 7:30, because they won the Old South photo contest. So we'll get that. Might have to call AJ in on that one so he can do all the blue.
I think it's already
print Bluetooth stuff. I'm not sure which button to move.
I'm pretty sure it's the Roadcaster Pro. I think that's what it is. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I'm good.
It's some fancy shit over here.
Oh yeah, he's got it going on. We might launch a rocket out of here.
Yeah,
exactly. Yes.
But anyway, I can't remember. We were getting ready to get on something, and I can't remember. Oh, where were we at when we come up with a bright idea that we were going to pay like $500 to win for the four-wheelers in the pond? What was that? Was that
Alan Coors?
That was Valentine's. No, that wasn't Valentine's Day. What was it?
We were at Steve Coors drinking natural lights.
A bunch of them.
And they were going mudding through the pond, and Dad said, "Let's do a four-wheeler race, like $500 to win."
Yeah,
go all the way through the pond, water wheeling.
We said, "How many friends can you get over here?" And Mr. Coors shot that down pretty quick.
Yeah,
but it was gonna make a hell of a.
That'd be fun.
Hell of a damn race there. I'd have bought me another case of natural lights and went on. I can't remember when that was. It was some holiday though.
I'm gonna shoot this over to you. Throw this back to me. But this is the phone number that you got to call right there by Kyle Stapleton.
Okay.
And Mason. That worked out great, didn't it? My paper airplane skills is not on point.
Dad, paper airplane.
We'll have to find it here.
AJ, which one of these fancy buttons, bro, do you push up to get some sound for when he calls? Ladies and gentlemen, the sexiest man in the world, AJ Belanger. He'll be on tonight. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the bell. They're going to be in with Blowing Money Fast here before too long. They're going to go on at 8:15 tonight. It's going to definitely be a show you don't want to miss. So we're going to get a call right now to Mr. Stapleton himself.
See if we can dial it up here. And
I know they're excited.
Oh, that's the guy. So it is the guy that won the.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. That did very well, I thought.
It did.
I might have to try something, do a little giveaway or something, do something. See how it does. Let's see. All right, 8. Oh, I missed a digit. Shoot fire. 713-826.
We're gonna get Mr. Stapleton on the phone. And
oh, make sure you slide the thing. There we go.
let me see my paper right quick.
There you go. See that, didn't you?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Is this Mr. Mason Stapleton
Yeah.
from is it Reamstown, Pennsylvania?
Yep.
Awesome, man. Congratulations, dude. You guys have been working hard the past week or so on this photo contest and have picked up the win for the Old South Apparel party prize pack, man. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that ride you got, buddy.
Well, it's basically my first day of racing it. I started racing because my dad, Ben Nixius, he's on here. I was watching and I actually got into it and started racing.
Oh, and you're racing is it 270 division?
125.
125. Awesome. That's kind of like the step up from the.
So that's
junior
like the
sprint
restricted,
deal.
right? Or the 600 restricted class. Or is that what that is, or is that?
Well,
I don't know
125
much
then it
about it.
steps up to 270, correct?
Or can the 125s run the 270s?
The 125s cannot run the 270s.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. I'm a late model guy, so I ain't much on the sprint car. I'm still learning the sprint car stuff. So that's pretty cool.
How long you been driving?
I did 3 years in quarter midget, and this is my first year.
Oh, cool. Big
racing
difference.
it. Yep.
Awesome.
I did see those quarter midgets. Do you hang all the way out the side, like when you're going, you hang all the way out the left hand side of that thing?
Yeah.
Man, now what's the big difference from jumping from the quarter midget to the 125?
You think the big difference is the speed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can get the rear end out from behind that thing.
So is any of your family racing other than you? Or what's kind of your family history on racing? I mean, is your dad race, your grandpa race, or
No, it's only me.
Only you. Okay, so you're starting
Yeah.
off the racing in the family. That's cool. So what's some of your home tracks?
We sometimes run at Lanco's, Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway, and Linda Speedway.
Okay.
And Shellhammers.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I've been up to a couple racetracks in Pennsylvania, Williams Grove and Port Royal, and
I've seen a lot. The sprint world is big in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Have you heard of Rockfish Speedway?
No.
They do a thing called Winter Classic. We were actually there a couple weeks ago, and man, the 270s, like everybody was from Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Yeah. Like there was so many people from Pennsylvania.
So y'all have a big showing up there. Normally, how many cars in a field do y'all have?
Depends on what race. I don't know if it depends, but usually 24.
Starting in your
good.
field?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
man.
good for a weekly show.
Yeah. Now I know you've got some sponsors on that car, man. Who puts that car out there? Who helps you on that thing?
My dad, Skiers Racing helps.
Is that the cool part? You hang out with dad all the time.
Yep.
That's what I like. My son and me and my son, he's on right now. I don't know if you can see him.
How are you?
The North Carolina Nightmare here out of Eastover, North Carolina. And spending time, man. That's what it's all about. Spending family time and enjoying that. Do y'all got any good concession stands down there? Because I'm on the prowl for the 2022 concession stand showdown series this year.
I'm kind of like right there with them, you know.
Yeah, there's a drunk tank.
I love me some concession stand. Now, when are you guys on break right now? When do you guys go back to start racing?
So we start April 2nd.
Oh, cool. So you got a little bit of
It's
time.
getting warms up in
yeah.
there. Do you ever run it? You ever run at Linda's?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's kind of a big thing in this micro sprint world up there. I passed it on the way to. Actually, we were going to New York City from Williams Grove up there. Oh, Williams Grove. No, it might have been Port Royal up there. We went by Linda's and they were running like during the day. They had a crowd over there, so that's pretty cool. I like to go up there sometime when I get a chance and travel up that way.
Do you have any? How many years do you have in the 125? Or are you looking at moving to 270, or are you going to stick with the 125 for a little bit?
We're probably thinking about doing it for one more year and then moving up to Sportsman.
Oh, Sportsman.
Yeah.
All right. What is that? Explain that one. What is that? Is it a same car, bigger motor?
Yeah, it's a big car and a different motor.
Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, Gerald Farm said family first. He's got a YouTube channel, pretty successful, I believe. I watched some of his stuff. He films in there at Lakeview and some of them guys on there.
Cool stuff, man. Yeah, Miss Stapleton's on. I was speaking to her. She said, "You'll be lucky if you get him to talk. He's quite shy, man. You've opened up real good tonight. Someone having a good time, right?"
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome, man. And I've got your address too. I'm going to be putting that stuff in the mail from Old South Apparel. Big shout out to all you guys, man. Thanks again so much for getting in. And thank you for sharing the page. And, we generated over, I think, Swanee, it was like over 5,000. It was over
I was
right at 350, 400 likes off the photo contest. So, man, we really appreciate you guys helping us boost it. And congratulations big time on your win there in the photo contest.
Thank you. Anything
you'd like to say, man, before we get out of here?
Thank you for having me. Big shout out to Old South Apparel.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you
for having the contest.
It's good stuff, man. Well, definitely look for my main man right here, Mr. Mason Stapleton, the 125 driver. He's going to be kicking it up there in the Pennsylvania area. If you're around that area, man, make sure you send us a picture, dude.
Oh, yeah.
All right, good talking to you, Mason.
Yep.
Thank you, brother.
See you, buddy.
Have a good one.
That's pretty cool. They're starting out at a young age, man. That's the youth of the sport. Hopefully it kind of hangs around because people my age, you don't really see them. The age I thought was going to be the one to kind of carry the boat here, but looks like some of the younger crowd. We might have to wait a few years to see them in the bigger cars. But anyway, looks like we got some comments chiming here. Chris Cheney said that Allison series is running at the Rock in March. I hope so, man. I'm ready to see some racing at the Rock.
I'm glad to see that even coming back around. And, something else. What about North Wilkesboro?
Man,
I keep seeing all this stuff.
It's happening.
We stopped by. Remember when we were going to the mountains, bro, and we stopped by that old racetrack that said Winston?
We barely even got to get in it because there was 2 dogs.
I know them dogs were.
It was kind of sad, but I really wanted to go see it. But we went down there. I was so hyped. That was awesome.
Yeah. So what's the whole thing behind that?
Well, they're trying to. Well, they're not trying. They've cleaned it up, and I think they're deciding what they want to do with the money that the state gave them to put it. I know Rockingham said their plan is to pave and put lights in to try to attract.
Do you think NASCAR's going to smarten up and go back to these short tracks?
So Rockingham's more NASCAR ready than North Wilkesboro is because it's already got the safer barriers in.
Was it 94 was the last time they ran down there in North Wilkesboro? I seen
94,
a picture of Jeff Gordon's car.
Yep, 94 was it. 94. Yep, I missed it I was born in 93 and I missed it, so it's bad. Okay. Cecil said he wants to run the bando there.
Yeah, I got to give a big shout out to Fireball, man. Fireball, if y'all don't know Fireball, check out Joshua Fireball Colbert. He's on the Facebook page. Big shout out to that young man. He got flipped. He didn't flip. He got flipped.
Yes.
The first of the season had some issues, but come back for it was, I think 2 laps ago, he passed the boy to get second place in the point. Man, the points was that close.
It was like insane. I bet you we went down there and it was a couple laps ago, I think. And I'm so glad that we won that championship. But moving on with that story, but we almost flipped right there. Yeah. And I think since our tire came off, I think it told us that we needed to repair that thing with heavy duty.
Yeah.
Went back out there and ended up winning the race. That was awesome.
And Fireball, he ended up getting second. Me and Cecil all year we talked. We don't care what son places first or second. We just want to be first and second on this podium. And it happened. So sending that shout out to Joshua Fireball Colbert, who will now be cruising the bando. He's
right.
out of junior sprints. He left dirt. He left us back here in the dirt, and he was cruising. I think they said he got up to like 67, 68 mile an hour in his bando the other day. They were down there near Jacksonville.
Oh, we went to Goodyear.
Yeah,
Goodyear Race Speedway or whatever it is.
Yeah, and they're going to actually be racing down there in January, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they're going to have like a New Year's race or whatever, kind of like
the hangover,
kind of like Dylan does.
Yeah.
That street stock racing down there at Dylan's pretty cool. I was on the way back from the beach actually on New Year's, and I was like, I'm gonna ride a Dylan. They had the Frank Kimmel street stocks down there, and it's like 100 lap street stock race there, and it is no holds barred, but
yeah,
it's beating and banging. And somebody's looking for Belanger. Yeah, he's a producer, so you won't really see much.
Belanger will be coming on. Make sure you like right now. Go ahead and go to YouTube and set your spot. Like and subscribe. AJ Belanger Motorsports. He's going to be on tonight. It's going to be the Fouled Out Show. I can guarantee you that's going to be one you don't want to miss. Definitely. That's going to be coming up right after here tonight. 8:15 on the clock. We are at Studio 24, powered by AJ Belanger Motorsports, and doing it big again. Definitely looking forward to getting in here next month, man. We still got a couple of things we'll tune on before we get out of here. We're out of here at 8, so we're trying to chop it up. And we're going to introduce the new coming for 2022 this year. Jumping on board with Nightmare Motorsports.
Who we got? Fortnite?
Yeah, we got Fortnite. Epic Games. All right, but for all though, we would like to announce.
No, we're not announcing it yet. Hold on. You're a little premature acceleration on there right now. We'll get to that.
I almost had to find the dump button already. That's for Fouled Out, son.
Yeah, we need to find that before the next one starts. But if you guys have any questions, make sure you hit them up in the comment, and we'll get that question. Try to answer it for you. You might not be able to answer, but try to answer it. Just wanted to send a shout out to my man Terry Odom. How about that race down in Paradise, down Moore, South Carolina, Sellers, South Carolina, basically.
Yeah, Sellers.
Almost 1,400 entries at the Rumble.
That's crazy.
1,400 entries.
They've turned it up down there. I went down there last year, man. I can do about one go-kart race a year. That's about all I can handle.
They have like 39,000 classes. That's the only thing that blows me out of the water with go-kart racing.
That kind of turns me off of it a little bit.
You got stock light, you got stock light and a half.
Stock.
Yeah.
We got
put it at the box stock.
Pro amateur stock.
I ain't in it.
But down there coming up, man, over $85,000 purse that's coming up for the New Year's in Paradise. If you guys are into go-kart racing, man, make sure you check it out. It is one of the nicest facilities for go-kart racing, period, point blank. That's Moore, South Carolina, down in Sellers. They'll be running the final round of the inaugural Triple Crown Nationals. They'll be crowning 7 champions.
That's good
down there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, over 85,000.
That's back at Paradise, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he doing anything with Triple T anymore?
Yeah, they've got the Backyard Series running at Triple T. I think he's going to run a couple GOAT series down there. Yeah. He's got 3 or 4 different series that they're running. Yeah, he retired.
Yep.
He was a sheriff. Thank you for your service there, Mr. Odom. But he retired, and now, man, he's running all kinds of stuff. He's helping out WKA down in Daytona and just 2 or cross anchor.
You can't beat that retirement job.
No, 2 or 3 different tracks he's running for. And if Terry Odom puts on a show, believe me, it's going to be top notch. I can promise.
It seemed like he had a little slack about something the other day about moving a memorial race.
Yeah. Well, that whole thing, I don't know the whole gist of it, but he was contacted and asked to take over that race because everybody knows if Terry's putting on a race, he's putting on a show, and it's going to be 100% for real.
Yeah. I mean, you won't have to worry about it, something happening, no garbage happening, it being tarnished, Yeah. And a lot of times the families are involved in memorial races and tribute races and stuff like that. And you
got to be careful where you put your money.
That is right.
Because a lot of times, and I come from a big background of doing events and holding events and stuff like that. And I've donated money and like coming up, I'm going to throw this out there, December 19th at Dirtbag Ales. If you got a hot rod, rat rod, ruster, duster, motorcycle, Daihatsu, we don't really give a shit. It's all for the kids. Come on down to Dirtbag Ales, cruise in there, bring a toy. All the toys are going for the foundation. Cape Fear Valley Help Foundation for the Children's PEDS unit, and those toys are going into that. But I've been to different events where the money didn't make it where it was going.
Yeah. So that you got to kind of watch that. And you got to go with people that's got something going.
Yeah.
Have
you got any clue about what's going on, man? I've saw some back and forth on the internet about some go-kart acts. The Phantom dudes up, you know what I'm saying?
See, I'm not real big into go-karts, so I didn't tell you, man. We have to get somebody. If somebody tunes in and tell us about
Where's
it.
our go-kart people at?
Yeah.
What's going on with that whole situation? I've seen a big blow up on it, but
probably one guy left this guy, and this guy could weld rough as shit, and this guy can't, so they bought him out. It's probably pointless.
Yeah,
because it's all about tires anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, Nick White asked, "Were we going to the New Year's Bash at Dillon?" Hell yeah, I'm going again. That was a good time down there on New Year's, which was street stock. But I'm pretty sure you were going to. We got to get Joker to run down there though.
He's getting ready to go to. Is it Screven?
Yeah, for the Winter Freeze. That'll be his first race.
It's like $18,000 to win Bang Bangers.
And see, even he's the type, he was all about local racing, building this. And then finally, I'm happy for him that he's got on the road and got to, he's doing, I think he's sitting ninth because of this SCDRA stuff kind of works out where the first race of the year is actually the last race of the year prior. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of, but I think he's sitting like ninth in the SCDRA. And so he kind of, so I think he can move up one or two more spots, but I'm proud of him for getting out on the road and trying it out and something different. It's only going to make him better when he comes back home.
Yeah.
Because he's not a one-track bandit. And
a big shout out to Kraken Skulls. I know Kraken providing the hauler for the Joker Style Kyle. And Seymour just come in. Shout out to my grandson, Mason Stapleton. He did a great job talking. His mom sent me a message today. She was like, he's very quiet. You're probably not going to get nothing out of him. Daggone if we didn't, man. He did an amazing job. A lot of people get microphone froze.
Oh, I did it for a little while. I was just kind of like, kind of not, not really my thing. Don't really talk a lot. But Nick said he's 6th in points. So there's 3 more spots he gained here in the last minute and a half. So
yeah.
And then what's up?
You need to quit keeping damn scores on.
Yeah, well, I just kind of like read up on everybody, see what everybody's doing, and sometimes I get it crossed and sometimes I don't. But he's another guy that's jumping out there on the 602 mod from a mod light, and he come from a small car going to the big car. So, and I think he started his first race at the race for the kids. Mm-hmm. So he's going to run that 602 stuff.
Nick White said, "Don't forget Goodyear All American Speedway. They're running a winter heats." Okay. So and thank you guys, man. Not only is Shine Runners about the live, but if you got information or want us to post you guys' flyer, please get it to us. Get it to us in a message, whatever. We'll get it out there for you. We want to do what we can to help local racing, help racing in general.
Try to anyway.
Yeah, and have fun doing it.
Yep, and but yeah, appreciate the info there and. Hopefully to try this. And when does that start? You need to tell us when it starts because I've never been to Goodyear. That's one that I unless it changed names or something. I didn't even know there was an asphalt track in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I
didn't either.
I really thought
sitting until Cecil called me the other day and was talking about taking Fireball down there to go do some practicing. And I was like, I'm ready to load the grill up and go and just like all weekend just throw. I think it did that for AJ whenever he went down there and straight dominated Lakeview last year. We went down. They had twins, I want to say, and Case Daniels won the first one, and then he won the second one. Yeah. But we went down and cooked, and I was standing there. It was funny as hell. I was standing there, and I was drinking some beer, and I was talking to Kyle's mom, and like the whole time I was pouring my strawberry margarita and my port loin. I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? It cooked. That's the best port loin I ever cooked.
Hey, margarita and port loin.
Margarita port loin. Never have guessed that shit.
Okay, so he says it's the old Coastal Plains Speedway. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I've been to Coastal Plains, so darn it, I can't add another track.
Cool.
But yeah, that's pretty cool though.
That was the twin 15s. AJ Alberson. Andrew Alberson was just saying.
So that was this year, or was that the year
That was last year.
Last year. Okay, so that was the year we ended up singing. Ooh. We ended up singing with the check on the way back home.
Yeah.
And me and Doodoo was in the back there, and AJ was back there, and we were tuned up pretty good.
You can actually go on AJ Belanger Motorsports and watch that race. He's got it on there. We did some videoing for him that day. The part where I did the video, and that was where it was crackly real bad, where you could hardly see it because I got some low rent trailer park shit.
And here's what's funny: his mama filmed some of the races that year, and she has a steady hand. I don't know if he's got one of them robot filmer things where it kind of keeps your head, but she does a hell of a job to keep steady. And some women and mamas and all that, they're back and forth, whatever. And she does a good job of filming a steady hand. You can sit there and watch it. Some videos you can't sit there, and it's like mine included. It's sitting there and my hands are shaking and stuff like that. So
Wyatt, if you want to step out and go ahead and get the products that we brought, make sure you put them on a black cover so that way when we throw out there, you can uncover your new.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's go get it.
Be careful, don't drop that thing. But we got, man, coming up. Do you know of any more races in the area coming up? Is everything kind of shut down?
I think that's it till the New Year's. I don't know if Fate was going to do a New Year's race or not. I know they did last year. I know they're going to do their speed weeks again. So that's pretty cool.
That'd be February area.
Oh yeah. The old speed weeks. Maybe it'll rain out on Friday night.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget that one. In the refrigerator. Yeah, that was a good Friday night.
Yeah. Okay. Andrew said it was a great race. He was there. He said his car wasn't ready. Oh, Nick said January 1st. Oh, and the Racers Expo coming up. Bill,
yes.
Look at there. There's Bill.
Mr. Dobier.
Yeah.
We love that guy, man.
What's that?
Click on him and show. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at there.
Look at that.
See, we learn something every day.
Oh, look at this. Y'all remember how steady my hands were during practice season back? You were shaking like you had straight Tourette's, Ryan.
Yeah. I tried to send AJ a video the other day, him practicing, because he said nobody filmed him running the other day from outside of the car. And I was kind of worried to send it to him because if it won't up the spec for these high production videos he's got going now.
I got stuff.
And look at this stuff, man. We can even throw it out there. Nick White says Carteret County Speedway is racing December 11th, which that's pretty awesome.
Sunday, ain't it?
Yeah.
I might do that because I ain't got nothing to do this weekend. I might do that. I've never been to Carteret. That's one of the ones I got left in North Carolina.
Oh, look at there. $10,000 to win late model.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go.
Yeah. That'll be some good stuff.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Look at all this. AJ's showing me how to be very computeristic over here. Is that even a word?
See, what it is he didn't want to get all the secrets out before fouled out comes on here here in about 10 minutes.
Speaking of fouled out, we are running in our last 10 minutes of the show. Speaking of fouled out, you don't want to miss that one. That's going to be on the AJ Belanger Motorsports YouTube. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit the bell. That way you can get the information for when that comes on. I think we're streaming on that right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Streaming on Facebook, our deal, and then we're streaming on the AJ Belanger Motorsports Facebook page. And we got all kind of stuff going on here.
We're running on a 2-amp transistor right outside the old rundown concession stand. It's been highly decorated.
High-tech rednecks up
yes,
here.
Sir.
Anyway, let's see some product. We got some beer nuts or something.
All right. So here's the exciting thing. You know, we are still signed with the awesome crew, Old South Apparel. We're going to be racing for them again this year, man. We're super excited about them. And thank them guys for coming on. And 3. Hit 3. Oh, look at that. It's like private parts here.
Sasquatch sighting.
Yeah, Sasquatch sighting. So we're going to put it in. My main man, for those of y'all that don't know, the North Carolina Nightmare, I'm proud of my son here. He is your 2021 track junior micro champion, also your 2020 national SRI Dirt Cup champion. And he picked up a new sponsor this year. We're super excited about that for our 2022 season. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
You ready?
Well, bam.
Give me. Oh, here we go.
What? Oh yeah. Wait, which way is the camera? Which camera?
Right there. That one.
You're right here on
right there.
Oh, yeah. Danny V's Pimento Cheese. We have picked up the sponsor for Danny V's Pimento Cheese, and also
we got the hot pimento cheese there.
And since that we have the pimento cheese, can't forget the crackers.
Oh, gonna do a little tryout.
All
right, man. So big shout out to
the hot.
It's ghost pepper hot.
Ghost pepper. Oh boy. Remember that wing competition we had here with all these people? Ever. Dude, I like to burn up. We had the intros. We need to do something like that again.
Yeah. We had the beer nuts. We had beer nuts too.
Yeah. I hadn't talked to them in a long
time. If anybody wants to send some product,
we'll try it out.
Right,
that gets views. I mean, you know, I for a fact, Danny B's is really good. So this is not going to be entertaining. But you send me some stuff that I ain't real sure about.
Just please, whatever you do, don't make it as fuzzy as this microphone cover. If you bring it to eat it, for sure. But all right, we're spending it on my men over here. They're gonna try. You two tell us which one's the best one. Why?
Don't say anything till I get.
Which one's that?
I ain't telling you. That's part of this.
All right, so we are on the Danny B's pimento cheese tryouts right now, and Swanee got the last apple bush light ever.
That's it right there. That was out of the Hooter. Ready?
Right.
Don't say nothing now. Oh, shit. Eating the thing. All right. Switch them.
All right. Okay.
Right now, they're on the Danny B's tryout. While they're doing the Danny B's pimento cheese tryout, don't forget, guys, go ahead, like and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the bell and be ready for Fouled Out. That's next. Fouled Out next with AJ Belanger Motorsports.
Shit's real, ain't it, cuz? Yeah. Oh, see? Rookie.
Let's send him out.
Yep.
Is it hot?
Oh, I don't see it. Now, here's the problem. We have took both the lids off, and he ain't got it. Which one's which on the jar here?
All right.
Be careful with that around all this stuff, son.
So I don't know. You might want to use caution when you open them again, because we don't know which is which now.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No. It's switched around.
Yeah, it's on the lid, Swanee.
I know that, but I took the lids off and switched the things.
Okay. So we don't know.
Hey,
somebody's going to be eating good in the neighborhood coming up here shortly. Big shout out to our new sponsor with Nightmare Motorsports in the house of 2022. Riding with us, Danny B's Pimento Cheese. Make sure you get on down. I think they're in Food Lions, IGAs, all kinds of places, man. A lot of great eating for sure.
That's hot.
That's some bomb shit right there now.
That's hot.
I tell you. That's contains Carolina Reaper peppers. Which one do you like? Obviously not the hot one.
I like the hot one because it's spicy.
Well, you had to go get your sweet tea.
I know, but
anyway,
the spice is interesting.
It was. It had pimento cheese taste to it, and then it hits you with that Reaper.
Yeah. Before we get ready to get out of here, though, I want to let everybody know this weekend, Steadman Parade of Lights. Steadman is hosting their Parade of Lights down. We're going to meet if anybody would like to be in it. Don't matter what you're driving, race car wise. I've signed all the race cars up as a group. We're going to meet at Hardee's at 4:15. You can meet us. That's on Clinton Road. We're going to go down. We've got to be there around 4:30 to park, and then 5 o'clock is when the cars have to start staging. 7 o'clock is when the actual parade is going to be. So if you'd like to come down, you can contact me at 910-237-1343. We'll get you lined up for the Parade of Lights. All they're asking is make sure that you've got lights on your car. Yeah. We got a 602 modified coming. We've got a 600 sprint car coming. We got 5 junior sprints coming. We've got some legend cars coming. So we got all kind. Steve Core is going to bring out his 37 Ford. So we've got a bunch of different race cars that's actually going to be in there. You know, it's promote local racing how you can, even if it's in the parade.
I remember, just briefly in it, back when we used to have their Christmas parade over, man. I remember when they had like this NASCAR cars and they had like Ricky Rudd and stuff like that in there. It was show cars, of course, but they run them down the street or whatever. I hadn't seen race cars in a parade in a long time.
Yeah.
Nick said he ain't had pimento cheese in forever. Well, brother,
Nick, you need to get on some of that.
You need to go to Food Line. I think he's at Food Line now, and I believe Walmart now. Maybe Walmart, IGA for sure.
Yeah, but
you can get it there and try it out. It's damn good, but that you got to watch that Reaper.
Oh yeah,
shine one of them up in the. I'll put it on you guys'
He done put it up. He said the hell with it. Anyway,
here, let me get me. So it's there. It is right behind you. There it is.
Oh,
that's the backwards Danny B's 2.0. Burn your rectum, slam out ghost pepper juice.
That's it right there.
Yeah,
it's the real deal. But that's pretty good. I didn't know he had that, but that's good. But yeah, IGA and Food Line for sure. And then the others, he's starting to branch out. And Nick said he's on vacation drinking. Wow, can we get a block button on him? Because the rest of us want to be on vacation too.
Right. Man, anything else you want to holler about here tonight? We got a couple more minutes before we get off of here, before we prep for the real deal, the Fouled Out coming up next on AJ Belanger Motorsports.
Them boys is getting tuned up out there.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
I seen some stag back there. Junior.
I got one thing to say.
What you want, buddy?
Make sure you use promo code NC Nightmare 23 for 10% off of Old South Apparel on the online store.
Yeah, www.oldsouthapparel.com. Also, check out AJ Belanger Motorsports. And if you would like to get a spot here in Studio 24, Man, this is awesome, Bo. I'm telling you what, if it, and the thing about it, what you want to talk about, it ain't necessarily got to be about racing. You want to talk about your baseball season, or softball is really big in the area. If you want to talk about softball or baseball or whatever, man, this is also a good studio. It's a fairly inexpensive price for the equipment you're getting.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting a bunch of stuff in here, but so there you go. There's your promo code for everybody. Put that up. Just click that on there real quick.
Yeah. Let me put this out.
Bill said roller derby. You ever seen that?
That's
something to see. You know, people. It's mostly women that do it, but both. I mean, they get there, they'll hit, they'll knock each other in the wall. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But there's your promo code.
I've got to. I apologize that this has slipped my mind. We've been talking about so much tonight, but I want to send a shout out to an absolute amazing night at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. You're about to drop that at Fayetteville Motor Speedway the other night, the Michael Freeman Memorial.
Yep.
What a race. And what's cool about that race, Jerry Johnson, for the Jerry Johnson Cancer Benefit in Dublin, Jerry was going to race that race, and his car broke. Michael Freeman pulled in, got out of the car, let Jerry Johnson get in his car.
Yep.
Jerry went on to win that race in Michael Freeman's car. Well, for those of y'all that don't know, Michael Freeman passed away about a month ago. And so they had the Michael Freeman Memorial race.
Yep.
Well, who won it? That number 98, Jerry Johnson, man. I'm telling you what, my heart was beating, dude. Like that whole race, I was praying. I was like, come on, Jerry, man, you got this thing. And to pull up into victory lane and to go back and to watch the videos and to see the tears from Jerry. I mean, Jerry's been racing cars for a long time. So that meant a whole lot to him, not just to be back in victory lane, but to win that for that family and to hold that. When I saw him up in the stands, he said, Rooster, I really don't give a crap about the money. The money's not what it's all about. It's that I won it for the family. And
he had trouble the night before, so that was kind of it's like it was storybook stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was fortunate enough to go up there and race direct that race, trying to get my feet wet in that, like we talked about on the last show. But anyway, we got to close it out, man. It's time to.
I tell you, it
foul
is
out.
It is, and I am not really wanting to leave, but we're going to do it, brother. So for AJ Belanger Motorsports, for the Swanson himself, the North Carolina Nightmare, the old Rooster Booster here. We'll be back in the house in January, probably around the second weekend of January. We'll let everybody know.
Also known as Wyatt's dad.
Yeah. Happy New Year's, happy Christmas, the whole 9 yards. And be sure to go ahead right now. Quit watching us. Go ahead and go to YouTube, click, subscribe, like, and be ready to go when it's time to come up, because it's fixing to get real here at Studio 24 with my main man, Hollywood Belanger, and the Blowing Money Fast crew on Fouled Out.
This is going to be good right here.
Yes, sir, buddy. We're done, y'all.